Long time no see. Traders. Am I recording? Yeah. Welcome into another mighty recap. Today we have a spectacular day in our hands because we had a spectacular week, but most importantly because we got out of the drawdown. In case you haven't been following my journey over the last 2-3 weeks, almost a month, honestly, I've been under a drawdown. I lost about $22,000 and I had no choice but to engage drawdown protocol. Drawdown protocol is pretty much a set of Titan rules that are going to walk you out of the drawdown. It's essentially changing your mindset from fully capitalizing off of the small caps, fully trying to achieve your daily goals, achieve your weekly profit goals, monthly profit goals. All that goes out of the window, and you go back to the basics. You go back to being a struggling trader that only prioritizes consistency. Can I show up to the market every single day, find one good trade, and then get out? Show up to the market, find one good trade, and then get out. Right? We as traders, if you're running a day trading business, you have a set of rules. You have an edge, you have a strategy that you follow every single day. But drawdown protocol is the pinnacle of these rules, right? So you reduce from a playbook of 7 setups, you now only trade 2 setups, right? The highest probability setups, the easiest setups. You go from a max loss of 4,000 bucks and now you only have a max loss of 1,000 bucks, right? You go from a mindset of trying to capitalize off of momentum to now getting green and getting out, right? Trying to rebuild that consistency and accepting that you are undercapitalizing. That's the mindset that I had to undergo during this period because I was snowballing. I was snowballing mentally, and I had to stop the bleeding. But anyways, let's take a peek here. So far, update on the 8-figure protocol. It's still very far away, coming up to $250,000, and it's been almost a year since I started it. In case you haven't been following me on Instagram or on X, I go by Mighty Scalper or Mighty Stocks. In 2025, at the end of 2025, I set myself up to this challenge, which was achieving 8-figure status. I am a born entrepreneur, and I've chosen day trading as my career, and I'm going to push the very limits, and I will not stop until I become an 8-figure trader. Right? That's the mission that I started last year, and this is how far I've come ever since I started that. Anyways, we'll talk about that more in a different video. With that said, let's take a peek at the drawdown here. So let me give you a little context. This is how the month is going for me right now, right? This is the goal, consistent trading. Can I show up to the markets, get green, and then get out every single day, right? I don't care about breaking records. I don't care about capitalizing off of Chinese stocks going up thousands of percents. I'm just trying to show up, find the easiest trade, and get the hell out, right? And that's what I've been able to do this week. And that's going to be the focus for the entire month. I just want to have a really smooth month. No roller coasters, no quitting trading every week, no more drawdown crap, not all-inning every single setup I have. I'm prioritizing consistency. And yesterday I tweeted that my goal this month is to undercapitalize. As crazy that may sound, that's my goal this month. Can I show up to the market, undercapitalize, and leave? Right? But anyways, let's take a peek here at July. This is where the drawdown started. I was coming off a very hot month in June. Made over 6 figures that month. Of course, pushing share size, pushing risk. This was a market where we had stocks pre-market go up 400, 500% every single day. We had the China no news theme, and we were coming off a very slow patch for long bias traders. So short sellers were definitely very confident, and they were piling in short at everything that popped with news. And then all of a sudden they got caught, right? They got caught, and and all slung by as traders started leaning in on the following days, trying to continue with that momentum. So a very hot month, and even though I try my best to reduce my size and kind of like adjust to a now slower market, um, and I remember saying that in my videos every single day that after a huge green day, a huge red day is followed. After a huge green month, be careful of not going into a drawdown because you are overconfident, you're pushing bigger share size, you're all inning every setup, you're even allowing yourself to trade B quality setups, C quality setups, because everything is working, right? The stock market is so hot that everything works. But then when the market cools off and we enter a different cycle, can you adjust preemptively, right? Can you adjust manually instead of stuffing your face with losses and only then adjusting? I thought I was doing a good job at adjusting. I'm not gonna lie. 11,000 bucks the first week. Then I was up like 20 grand after these 2 days, and then this is where everything went south. I lost 7 grand on a single trade, and of course I blew past max loss, and from there I just like I imagine myself as a boxer. Somebody gave me like a good punch in the mouth, and then from there I was just wobbly for the entire month. Some bigger losses right after, 4 grand here gone. Well, it started with 7,000 gone, 4 grand gone, $2,000 loss right there, $3,000 gone. And then I think somewhere around here after this $8,000 red week is where I checked in myself to trader rehab, trader drawdown protocol, and depending, Ross calls it trader rehab. The One Lands B calls it drawdown protocol. Mighty Stocks calls it you better adjust or find a job at Wendy's, and I don't want to do that. So I had no choice but to reduce size and try to tread water for a little bit. And that's exactly what I did, right? Go check out that video. I go more in depth about what drawdown protocol is and also the rules I was following that during that period that got me out of this drawdown. So this is the month for me so far, right? And this is, I guess I'm not at the drawdown yet, but it doesn't matter because the drawdown doesn't matter. It's more of you have to become a person and a trader that is capable of regaining consistency. You almost somehow need to detach from the drawdown itself, and you have to start fresh from zero. And that's exactly what I did right here, right? I've forgotten about the drawdown. I'm not even checking it every day. I'm just going one step at a time, trying to rebuild, right? One step at a time. And only until the last couple months, I actually started getting into running, right? I thought running was the stupidest shit ever, right? I don't want to run. I want to get jacked, right? I want to get a six pack. I want to get big arms. Why would I ever run? Until I learned that running is nothing but a mental game. Is this idea of your brain is going to quit before your body, and at every single point, at every single step you take, is going to try to convince you to stop. This is too painful. Your knees are hurting. Your legs are hurting. Why are you doing this? This is so silly. Blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden, you break that mental barrier and you just focus on one step at a time, right? One step at a time can take you through a marathon. One step at a time. But if you're trying to sprint, right? If you're trying to mentally digest a marathon, it's impossible. It's impossible. You'll never, it's impossible, right? So if every day I showed up thinking, okay, $22,000, it will be impossible. But if I showed up every day and told myself one green trade, one good trade, one good trade, one good trade at a time, all of a sudden, a few weeks go by and this happens. And this exactly happens, right? So, something else to note is the swings. Look at the equity curve. The wins are not huge, right? The losses are not huge either. This is part of the drawdown protocol, which is reduce your share size, reduce your risk, reduce your max loss until you regain some consistency. So, you know, that's that, right? That's that. And it's not even about the drawdown anymore. It's about risk management and this mindset of just trying to get green and get out. So this is how I'm going to take my trading for the rest of the month. And yeah, now let's talk about some charts and some of the stocks we traded today. So today my biggest winner was HCWC. Two very easy setups. The first one was, well, both of them were around the 200 EMA. So if we go to the daily chart, you will note that we have this magenta line right here, which is the 200 EMA, a very popular indicator that institutions use them, banks uses them. Us retail traders, we use this indicator all the time. I myself, teach a bunch of strategies in my trading community based around this indicator. And the reason why it works so well is because everybody knows about it. And it works as both resistance and support, right? If we go against it, we hit ourselves against resistance and we come back down. Go against it, come back down. Actually, in these small 3 days here, we actually broke above it and held it, right? That right there is a trade. But look at when we broke underneath it, what was once resistance is now support. Sorry, what was once support is now resistant again, right? So, I take that to the micro level. And I'm aware of the 200 EMA being at 346, right? And I just take trades around that. At least that's what I did today. So for example, we came up above it here. We came back down. We kind of held it. And of course, trading is not perfect. It's more of an art, right? But this is it holding it. And then we pulled the weight and made a new high, right? So that was one trade against the 200 EMA. We lost it. It became resistance. But check this out. When we reclaimed it again, he gave another little push. Right here, same thing. Reclaimed it, pushed, we were above it, and it kept on going. Then we hit a point where the stock was exhausted. There were no more buyers left. The MACD started crossing, and that's when I called it a day. Right. So this was my biggest winner. I think I'm right on everything actually, except this. Yeah. So I'm up $4,000 on HCWC, and I'm right on everything else. So that's pretty annoying. Let me show you here. Oops. This is MOREDGE, by the way. If you want to check it out, we have a 50% discount in the description down below. This is a trade tracker designed specifically for hyperscalpers and also designed with the brokey trader in mind, right? I remember when I was a beginner trader, I couldn't afford TraderView, TradeZella, all these trade trackers. So I used to track everything manually on Excel. But now we have tools like MOREDGE that are $10 a month. So, for that, I think it's you can save yourself some time instead of logging in hundreds of trades every single day, right? And I need to start doing more recaps. I've been really contemplating doing daily recaps here in this YouTube channel, of course. Let me know if that's something that interests you. If we can get over 100, no, over 100. So recaps are kind of annoying to make, because it puts way more pressure on your trading. That's kind of the reason why I stopped them. But if that's something that interests you guys, let me know in the description down below, and I'll start doing them, right? If you want to learn the hyperscalping strategy, go to the description and check out the hyperscalping blueprint. This is the entire strategy, right? We're doing our biggest discount ever, 60% off. And as part of being a member, you can see me live stream every day. You get a scanner suite. You get alerts. Of course, you get access to the chat room. You get access to a bunch of killers, pretty much. Our chat room has turned out to be a group of elite, like-minded individuals that have become a family, right? The chat room is a blast. Everybody in here is trying to be better, is pushing each other to be better, is calling out stocks, is calling out trade ideas. It's amazing. What the fuck? No, no, no. Oh my God, I thought that was 91,000. Dash? Okay, so Dash, an absolute beast of a trader. He's leading the pack on the Discord right now. Dash's story is amazing. He used to be a moderator in our chat room, and he was a failing trader for many, many years. But because he has a lot of grit, a lot of willpower, determination, right? And he has nurtured and developed the habit of not quitting, of being unstoppable. He went through the learning curve. I think it took him like 3 to 4 years because the trading is very, very hard, but eventually turned the corner. And he turned it in a way where, you know, he's now leading the way in terms of P&L in the chat room. Momo Bro, another OG in the chat room, killing it. He's a slow and steady printer. Would you be happy to make $4,000 a day? That's $1 million a year. I think we take that, right? This is my my P&L today, $2,000 thanks to that penny stock. And again, we have a lot of guys here growing and building together. Alice, another OG in the chat. He's one of our few female traders. So if you're a girl out there trying to learn how to trade, it is absolutely possible, right? But anyways, don't want to make this video super long. Check some of the links in the description, and I'll catch you guys next week. Let me know if daily recaps is something you're interested. Either way, I'm posting daily inside of the chat room, inside of the community. If you want to see me live stream every day, you get access to all that. But the recaps, like, I did daily recaps for 3 years, right? Remember that. If you're new to the channel or you don't know who I am, well, I used to go at it every day, but after some turbulence in 2025, I kind of like stopped. But I don't know, maybe I should. Anyways, let me know in the description down below. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you on Sunday. All right, take care.